Hello, hello. Welcome to movie night. So if you're just joining, my name is Kimberly. I'm an actor, writer, producer, director, movie lover. This is Michael. He's in the same boat.
I'm also an actor, writer, director, producer extraordinaire.
And we started this channel, only like a little over a month ago, right?
Was it just a month ago?
A little over that, almost 2 months ago now. And one night you were just like,
I think it was in July.
You were like, I think it would be fun to see your reaction to this movie. And you wouldn't tell me what it was, so I had no idea. And then we started it, and I quickly realized it was Terminator 1, which I had never seen Terminator 2. And so we had a lot of fun doing that, and we just kind of kept it up and started this channel. So this was a movie. We're going to watch a movie that you all voted on. So before we get into spooky season in October, I wanted to watch
something romantic.
I wanted to watch something romantic.
Something sweet.
Before we dive into all the spookiness in October. So
happy and joyful and sweet and romantic. Hopefully this has a good ending and you won't be upset by the ending.
Yeah, I hope this has a good ending. I've never heard of this movie before. I've never seen this movie. All I know is it's called Love Story and it's a romance, and you all voted on it. So
I'm curious to see if this movie works today.
Yeah, because it is an older film. When did this film come out?
1970.
1970, okay.
A lot of you probably won't have this one on DVD or whatever. And there is a website that I use that I found it on where you can watch it for free. If you just Google it. Hey, Mopar.
Mopar, you're there.
So, Mopar, do you have this movie on DVD?
Yeah, this might be one you just have to Google and search for Love Story. And there's free versions of it all over YouTube, yeah, or all over Google.
Well,
just Google it.
You Google it. There is a website. It's called MU4D4 or something.
Okay.
And it's got a couple of options from what do you call it? The links that are in the options. The third link works.
Okay. So that's how you can watch along with us. Just Google Love Story, and there's different websites with it. So you can watch from your own device. I loan DVD from library. Oh, great. So you have the DVD, Mopar. That's awesome.
What library has this movie on DVD? Do they just have every movie on DVD? I feel like I would struggle.
Hi, Dr. Johnny. Well, you're always welcome to hang with us. I don't know this movie either. So if you want to watch along, you can probably find it on Google.
I'll have the mirror up a good bit
periodically, yeah.
For this one, because I feel like we'll be okay with this one.
How are you doing, Mopar? And how are you, Dr. Johnny? We're experiencing hurricane weather here in good old Georgia. So there's a chance of a power outage, but probably not till after our movie is over. So if there is some power outage, it's not predicted until after the film's over anyway. So that's a good thing.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Yes, TGI Friday tomorrow.
Then the day after is Saturday. Then Monday is 2 days later. I heard about that. My brother is in Pensacola. He said it's not hitting them. Interesting. I wonder why.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, we're in Georgia, so we're pretty far from the coast, but all the public schools are closed down here. And a lot of my corporate classes I teach got canceled or shifted to virtual because everyone's trying to stay off the roads.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of crazy here.
It's just continuously raining over and over again. Like it's just not stopping. So the water is just it's just everywhere. It's very wet. Wet outside.
But everything good with you all? Anything interesting to share before we start? Let us know how you're doing. Tonight we're sipping on pumpkin spice lattes. They're starting the fall season a little early.
Even though it's blazing hot still.
Yeah. Doing okay, a little tired. Oh, no worries, Mopar. Yeah, normally I don't even teach virtual yoga during that time today. Usually I teach an in-person class, a corporate class, but that class got shifted to virtual because of the hurricane. So I figured I would just live stream on YouTube while I'm teaching all my Zoom students. So that's what I did today. But you can always watch the recording anytime and practice along. I did a little sound bath.
Do we want to give them a few minutes to file in or?
Yeah. Let us know anything interesting going on with you all before we start. Feel free to share. This is an opportunity to check in, see how you're doing. What year? There are a few movies with that name.
1970. It's the one with Ryan O'Neal and Ali McGraw.
So this is the 1970 version.
Kimberly wanted a romantic movie, so.
Well, starting next week in October, all our films are going to be spooky.
Terrifier.
No, we're not watching Terrifier, but there will be some spookiness to each of the films we watch in October. So before we get into spooky season, I just wanted to watch a different genre, something romantic. And we haven't done a live stream romance before. We haven't had a romantic genre for our live streams before.
Terrifier is spooky.
I'm not going to be watching Terrifier. I also might do a little Disney movie reaction next time I have one of my Disney costumes on for work. One of my many part-time jobs, I dress up as different Disney lookalike characters and entertain kids at birthday parties. So I have access to all those costumes. So I might have fun impersonating the characters while I review or react to a Disney movie at some point. Friday, Saturday, not Thursday. Friday on yoga stream. Yeah. It's Friday where Mopar is already, so it's easy to get confused. We're Eastern Standard Time. Tubi is expensive, so I'll just chat.
Wait, it's on Tubi?
Well, there's free versions of this you can find.
Tubi's free, though.
Oh, yeah, Tubi. I thought Tubi was free.
Tubi's free. Oh, Fubo. Dr. Johnny Fever, there is a version that we're actually watching that I found that is, if you just Google this movie and just like Love Story 1970 full movie free, if you go down just a little bit, there's a website. It's like MU4DHQ or something is the website. And it's there are 3 different like servers that you can click on. It's the one that says backup. If you click on it, it'll give you a bunch of pop-ups, but you can watch it if you have any desire to also watch. But I'll have the mirror up a good bit as well if you don't want to go to a bunch of sketchy websites.
All right. Well, just let us know when you're ready, and we'll start the timer.
You guys ready to start?
And any fun facts, anything y'all are up to, anything you want to share before we get started, let us know how you're doing.
Okay, cool. Also, Dr. Giant Fever, for our next film that we're gonna watch, I was thinking we could do something along the lines of like classic sort of suspense, like thriller, sort of actiony suspense thriller type genre. That's sort of not like old, but like kind of classic, like in that maybe 70s, 80s, maybe 90s zone. So if you have any thoughts on movies or whatever while we're watching this for our next one, um, type them in or whatever. We can. I'll be kind of chatting while Kimberly's watching the.
Dr.
Watching
Johnny
the
said his internet went out for a second. So Michael was just saying to let us know any suggestions you have for Spooky Week.
Well, next week I would like, instead of doing just spooky, next week I would like to do
a classic,
something kind of a thriller,
classic thriller,
suspense thriller that's kind of like in the 70s or 1980s zone, something in that range, like a Deliverance would be a good example, something like that. If you could think of stuff like that as we're watching along, comment.
Yeah, Garfield Halloween Adventure cartoon sounds fun.
Great, yeah, that's great, Dr. Johnny Fever. Anything dark, I mean, like Clockwork Orange would count or something like that. There's yours.
All right.
All right, are you guys ready?
I think Mopar's ready. I don't know if anyone else is going to join. I know Barlord said he may not be able to join tonight.
Well, that's okay. Anyone who jumps on, you'll see the little time code we have here, and then I'll throw the mirror up and stuff. But we'll just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And also, guys, if our power does happen to go out, or our connection is lost, it's because of the storm here. That's why.
Yeah, but it probably won't happen. I think that the chances of that happening pretty slim. So I wouldn't worry about that.
Awesome. All right. Are we ready to start?
Oh, Return of the Living Dead horror comedy.
Yes, there you
go. Yes, horror comedy. I definitely like adding a little comedy. I can stomach horror comedy. That's a genre I can deal with. So
yeah, feel free to just like throw those movies out there as we're watching, because I will respond and take a mental note.
So does anyone know anything about this movie before we get into it? All I know is it's a romance.
I don't really know anything about it, to be honest. There you go. Yeah, Zombieland. That's a good one.
Yeah, any movies in that genre would be good.
Great.
All I know is it's a romance, and it's made in the 70s?
1970. Which really means it was made in 1969. So
I heard it might be a tearjerker.
Well, maybe it is. But we shall see.
So do you have tissues nearby?
It's kind of, I think it's one that is like a lot of people saw at the time, and then maybe it's kind of been forgotten about a little bit, and maybe it's kind of it's coming back around. Maybe it's trending a little bit. Shaun of the Dead is a great idea.
Well, make sure you have tissues in case you know the tears come. Mopar, you have your popcorn ready? I don't want to spam, but I can copy and paste parts of my list periodically. Perfectly.
Okay,
that sounds great, Dr. Johnny.
Great.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else watching? Feel free to say hi. Let us know where you are in the world. Let us know if you've seen this movie before, or if this is the first time watching it with us. And feel free to engage. That's why we're doing this live. So this can be an interactive experience, and we can talk about how the film is impacting us as we go.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, you have a different nut raisin mix. Yum, yum. That sounds healthy, Mopar.
That's a very good idea. Are we ready?
All right. So just say ready when you're ready. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Feel free to keep making suggestions.
We watched Creep and Creep 2.
I love the Creep movies. Those are fun. All right, so whenever you say you're ready, we'll do a countdown.
You guys ready? I'll respond to these as we're watching. All right, cool.
Ready? All right,
All
so
right.
we'll count down from 10,
9,
8,
7,
7,
5,
6, stop. 5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. I like the music.
This is the face I have when I watch a romantic movie.
It sounds sort of like ballet music. It sounds sort of like the music I play when I teach kids ballet. A little bit.
Hell House is better than Blair Witch. That's
Love
pretty amazing.
story. So it looks like it's winter time, and we see somebody just sitting alone, looking out at a park of some sort. Is that a skate rink? Oh, a 25-year-old girl who died. She was beautiful and brilliant. Ooh, comment if you love the Beatles. I certainly do. Huh. This is an interesting shot. It's just like the back of someone in semi-suit.
Doc Giant Fever, all of those have either Meg Ryan or Billy Crystal.
That coffee looks good.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, Mopar.
She kind of reminds me of Winnie from the Wonder Years, this actress.
Same hair.
Mm-hmm. She bulldozed him.
She likes his body.
Wow, that's assertive. Wow, you can see like how cold it is. You can see like, oh wow.
So they're at Dartmouth?
That's a funny way of introducing, like inviting someone to a hockey game. Comment below if you like hockey. I like this Ginny character. She's so flirty.
Yeah, I agree, Mopar. It's a tough one. I like all those ideas, Dr. Johnny Fever. Especially the void.
I remember I used to watch hockey games in college. It was where I went to college, hockey was like the big sport. And I was homecoming queen of my university. So I got to go onto the center of the rink and drop the hockey puck. That was like the one thing I got to do as homecoming queen.
That's cool.
It was the last time I think I went to a hockey game. I guess that was the first time she's ever seen a hockey game. I like their little flirting. It's
Oh,
pretty funny.
look who it is. Look who it is.
Oh, is that who I think it is? What is the actor's name?
That's Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones in 1970.
Wow, he looks like
Barely recognizable, but you can recognize him. So they're playing cards.
this movie is before The Godfather.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty crazy. Also, I think this guy was up for that movie to play the Al Pacino part. This actor.
You know, she kind of reminds me a little bit of Diane Keaton, too, this actress. I like how she calls him Preppy.
Yeah, she's kind of like Diane Keaton, but not as charismatic. I don't think. Like, I can see how maybe she. I'll add to that, Dr. Johnny Fever. Runaway Train, I think, would be a good one. As a sort of thriller. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not sure why that would happen.
I feel like hockey players so easily get injured. It's crazy. It's very dangerous. Who's this guy? Yeah, it looks dangerous, doesn't it?
Oh, I know that actor.
Who's that?
His name is Ray Milland. Ray Millard. Ray Milland. It's either Milland or Millard.
Well, he doesn't look too happy. He takes this sport very seriously, it seems.
Do you recognize this lead actor at all?
I do not. I like him, though.
He was in a movie that you really didn't like. He was the main guy. It's funny, you hated this movie.
Maybe that's why I don't
He,
recognize him.
he was the lead actor in Barry Lyndon.
Yeah, that movie was really boring. I think he's a good actor, though. He's very emotionally invested in this game. I wonder who this guy is with the hat. He seems like he might be somebody important. And I wonder where this takes place. Where do you think this takes place?
Yeah, me too, Mopar. It's Dartmouth. So, where's Dartmouth College?
Oh, it's Dartmouth?
Yeah. Where is that? Is that in... is that in New Hampshire?
So that's his father.
He was the voice of Shere Khan in Jungle Book, that actor.
Oh. Yeah, I can kind of hear it. Yeah, you can hear that he's the voice of Shere Khan.
He also is the villain in Dial M for Murder, the husband.
Oh. Well, it seems him and his father have somewhat of a rocky relationship. He's not making his father proud like he would like to. Aw, he doesn't seem too happy. Oh, oh no. He's hearing her say, I love you to someone. My father.
We have our first kiss.
Aww.
First kiss moment.
She admitted she cared. Oh. And now we have this ballet music again. Oh, he really called her out on her cloak of sarcasm. Her wall of her all her walls are down now.
I watch these old movies, I'm thinking maybe times were better back in those days. Some kind of weird, assuming nostalgia. I feel like that's always the case. Anytime we look back, it feels that way. But I do think now is good too. But I also agree. Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a comparison. And the Beatles. Wow, Tommy Lee Jones looks so young.
Look at his lipstick.
They look so happy together, snuggling and reading. Oh, she said it first. She's the one with all like the sarcastic jabs, and she was the first to say the L word. Interesting. Now they're making snow angels. Aww. Aw, how fun. Comment below if you like making snow angels.
One thing you have to understand, I think, about this movie is that I don't think there really existed anything like this before it.
Oh, really? It's like it was the first of its paved the way.
Kind of the first
Oh,
relationship.
they're making a snowman.
It's like the first relationship dramedy, you know. I feel like maybe there was something like this beforehand, but
So this was like the first of its time to have like this montage sort of cliche.
I don't know about the montage. I just mean like the movie just basically revolves around a relationship from start to finish. Like I can't really think of anything.
Well, a lot of movies are like that, but
before this.
Okay.
I can't think of anything in the 60s or 50s or 40s
quite like this.
It's just the whole movie's a relationship story.
I see. Oh, wow.
And then also trying to be a realistic one, not a not a.
She's like eating the snow off of him. Ooh, I love the violin. Comment if you like violin.
Like, for example, I don't think there's an Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind if this movie doesn't exist.
I see. So it sort of paved the way.
Yep.
He's watching so intently. Their love feels very real. Aw.
So true, Mopar.
I want to pick up the piano again. I used to play. It's been so long. I want to pick it up eventually. It's fun. She's like, keep it real. Oh, and the drama starts. Oh. Oh. Just got really intense. Oh. Oh, wow. Why? That's all he gives her? That's all he gives her? Because that's not a good enough reason.
I think had he tried to give her a reason, that would have been the wrong answer.
I've never been to Boston.
That's right. Drama avoided. I mean, I guess Gone with the Wind is about a lot more than just a relationship.
Yeah,
though.
Gone with the Wind is about a lot of different things, but there's definitely a relationship in it. I like that shot. That's a really pretty shot. I like this movie because it feel like these characters feel really real, like really lived in. Like you feel like you're with them. Um, and all the shots and everything, it's really beautifully shot. She's about to meet his parents.
I'm sure the parents will not approve.
Because she's from a different class. She's lower. She doesn't have as much money.
He lives at a manor. That's a manor.
An old Morgan car. Watching this is making me looking forward to cold season. It's been so hot here in Georgia. I'm ready for the winter. He's like fixing her hair.
Especially really hot weather.
Oh, So much distance between him and his father. So much tension. That was a funny scene. We'll have to be going soon, right when they get there.
His firm.
Phil's Bake Shop. Awkward. What is his firm? It's a shop, a bakery shop. I like how she finds humor in everything. I wonder. It's funny, like, you can tell that the car's not, like, really moving, like, it's just, like, a station like, it's bouncing.
They're just blowing wind on him right now.
Yeah. Aw. Oh. Wow. She likes to keep things real. I like how she's like, let's just call it what it is. Mm. He like won't comment about her. So he's implying that he's just attracted to her because she's poor or she's different than. Wow, he's just like threatening to ignore his son if he marries her.
It's very, very common.
He thinks it's just a phase, a temporary rebellious phase. I do kind of see his point, though. I mean, like, there's no reason to rush into marriage. If it's real, I can wait.
Well, there's also
Money.
in real life, if you ended the relationship, that would be it.
Yeah.
It's not like they would get back together later on, right? In real life.
No, I just meant, I think his father was saying you can wait until you can wait to get married. You don't have to end the relationship. You just don't have to get married right away.
Well,
He said, I'm not his son anymore.
yeah, it's not like
Yeah. Oh, a teaching job. So they won't give him a scholarship just because his dad's a millionaire? Stay loose. Wow, he doesn't approve either. Interesting. He doesn't approve either. Hmm. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. We're sort of negative about that. He said that like 3 times. I think that's just wonderful. Very non-traditional. So I guess this was very unconventional for its time, their methods for marriage, breaking the rules, progressive for its time. A DIY wedding. He's still calling him a priest, even though he's not a priest.
How is the ritual, Dr. Johnny Fever? I think Kim could handle the ritual. Oh, I like this circular camera movement.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the proposal in Constellations,
Hmm.
like the way the scene kind of plays.
Oh, what lovely vows. You feel like you're actually at the wedding right now, the way this is shot. It's like it's shot from a seat in the crowd. Aw, yay! Being kept.
Then we won't do basket. It follows is very possible. Uh-oh. Now we have the classical music again. I love this soundtrack. I feel like you could make this exact same movie today,
Mm-hmm.
and if you had like really really good filmmakers and actors, it would work today.
So
Just
far, I agree with you. We're only like not
you
even halfway in, right?
you could
But
probably have some sort of um,
yeah, a nice old bicycle.
you could probably have some socially relevant things
Yeah.
in there,
Yeah.
and it would probably do well. Yeah, yeah, it does Mopar.
Oh gosh. He called her the B word.
We haven't really seen them have a real fight.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a little bit of drama coming. There has to be, right? It's a movie. Hmm. Yeah, one of those boats would be fun to sail on.
Are you prone to getting seasick? I am.
Yeah, I'd need Dramamine for sure. Yeah, they feel like a really real couple. Like the shots of them like, riding bicycles, it just makes them very like real. Like you feel like these characters are fully full humans. Oh.
His 60th?
He definitely looks older than that.
His father's 3 years younger than Tom Cruise.
Well, here comes the drama. She wants them to reconcile.
I like the love towel.
Yeah.
That was very edgy back then. To have a towel that says love. Love, man. Flowers.
Talking to him directly.
This reminds me of Butterflies Are Free.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, wow. Oh, goodness. Well, here's the drama. He just said, "Get the hell out of my life." He really hates his dad. He very much resents him. What is he doing now? Yeah, they didn't have cell phones back then, so he can't call her. It wasn't a very nice thing to say to your wife. Get the hell out of my life. She just wants him to reconcile with his father. I wonder where she went. What if he never saw her again? That's how the movie ended.
I'm wondering if maybe that's kind of where it's going.
I hope not. It's called Love Story. I hope it ends happily.
I'm wondering if there's like a separation or something that happens.
Well, I want this to have a happy ending before we get into spooky season. Oh, is that her old house?
Yeah, good point. It was different on every door.
Oh. That's it.
The end.
And now it's Christmas time and everything's okay again. Aw, they're getting Christmas trees. All is bright round young virgin mother
It is still
and
September.
child. Holy infant, so tender and mild.
Let me in or let the right one in? Okay. Maybe I could put both into a poll.
But that's not Ginny. It looks like he's getting a Christmas tree with. Is that his mom?
I never saw the American or the English one.
Heaven and nature sing. Just sing. Is that his mom?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or is he working at the Christmas tree lot?
Oh, wow. That's funny. She's paying him in ones? Those are ones.
I see. He's working there. I feel like that would be a fun seasonal job. Helping people pick out Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Be a fun seasonal job.
For 5 minutes, yes.
Oh, I wonder if she's teaching choir.
Yes, it is.
Jingle all the way. I've never seen Jingle all the way. That's with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
And Sinbad.
I never saw it.
They're trying to get the Turbo Man doll because it's all sold out. He was supposed to get one for his son,
Oh.
and he waited too long.
Oh.
And it's him and Sinbad trying to find one.
I heard it's funny. Not bad. Yeah, we can watch that during holiday season. So now it's a different season. Fast forward to summer, I guess.
Camp Tuckahoe.
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 She always has to say something snarky.
I wonder if his father shows up.
Oh, because her father's there. I bet you his father does show up here.
Or he finds out his father died or something. That
Oh
might be
no.
what happens. I feel like that's got to come back here soon. You start catching the rhythms of these movies once you watch them for a little bit.
Oh, they're talking about kids now. Bozo? Have you ever met anyone named Bozo? I don't think anyone's ever been named Bozo.
It's also like a very outdated joke,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
bozo is such a.
I've known a couple of Bozos too, but that wasn't their name.
I wonder if being a lawyer will
Change
cause
him.
him to change.
Yeah.
Something has to happen. What if nothing happens? What if it just it's just sort of like. Does anyone play racquetball?
What? This is an interesting shot. That was a fun scene. They're like showering.
Is there racquetball like in the Olympics or something? Is that
I don't think racquetball's in the Olympics.
I never see like televised racquetball.
It's because it's not really a sport that's that popular. It's kind of more of just like an excuse to kind of work out and hang out with a buddy.
What seems to be troubling you, Oliver?
Oh, she can't. Oh. I wasn't expecting all that.
What diagnosis? Of what?
She's 24. Hematologist?
Leukemia.
Oh. So that's why she couldn't conceive? Mm. I know people that have had leukemia and completely gotten over it and are like totally healthy now. Yeah. It's treatable today, but in the 70s it wasn't as treatable. I thought this was going to be a happy story. Aw.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, most people just do racquetball for like exercise. It's not like people play racquetball. It's like a intense competitive sport. Aw, I didn't know this movie was gonna go in this direction. I thought this was
Well,
gonna be
I
happy.
didn't
I
either.
thought this was like a happy love story.
Well, it's called Love Story. I didn't know.
Hmm. Who suggested this movie?
I think it was in the list of romance movies.
Yes, badminton is fun.
It's still a happy story. Just be,
No wonder this is known as a tearjerker.
well, even if it has a sad ending, it's still a good message. It's a good story. That's right. Mopar.
Hmm? Oh, she found out. Okay, she seems to be handling it well. Oh. I guess back in the 70s, I mean, what was the life expectancy for leukemia?
I don't know.
I know an actress who's battling leukemia right now, and she's coming out on top. She's fighting it. Like she's getting a lot better.
Who's that?
This actress I know. But why wouldn't she want to go to Paris? That doesn't make sense. I don't get that. Why wouldn't she want to go to Paris? She's like, I don't need Paris, I just need you. Yeah, she definitely has sort of a Diane Keaton vibe to me. Sort of like no nonsense. She reminds me of Diane Keaton in a particular role she played.
I got it. It's fine. Just hit
Oh. Why?
Maybe there will be something positive that we learn from this movie. Maybe there will be a good. I mean, this happens in constellations, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There has to be some full circle thing that this movie does. It can't just be that she dies and that's it. It can't be, get it?
I'm like a millionaire. I wonder if he's going to go talk to his dad now for help.
I think that's where it's going.
There he is. She? Oh. That's what he assumes.
This actor that plays the father is very good.
The 5-year survival rate. Huh. Well, 5 years is a long time. Seems like that's not what the doctor said,
It's
though.
not a very good. It's not very good back then, for sure.
That's it. He just says, "Hi, can I have money? Here you go." That's it. And he lied and he said it's because he got some girl in trouble as opposed to the real reason.
What does that even mean? Got some girl in trouble.
Pregnant.
You need
$5,000.
Why would he need $5,000 for that?
And I guess $5,000 back then was like, what, 5 million now?
I get. I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't tell his father.
Yeah, why not just tell him what's going on?
I guess perhaps
He's worried his father wouldn't want to help because his father doesn't like her.
I don't think that's.
Or he doesn't want his father's
I think his father
pity.
would. I think his father would definitely help in that situation. He does. He wouldn't. I guess he doesn't want to be tied to his father or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny seeing that actor be like nice guy when the part he played in The Godfather. He's the horse head guy.
Yeah.
She might be okay. What?
Well, I guess he's saying, like, I don't know if I can be strong for you. I wish I hadn't promised her that, because this is like,
Oh, interesting. Here's the dad.
oh. Oh, wow.
That was funny.
Oh, wow.
But how could his dad know that rule?
Yeah,
Come on. I mean, he's trying.
right.
I disagree with that a little bit. I guess, is this where that line comes from?
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
Is this the movie where that line came from?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I've never heard anyone say that before, this movie.
Does anyone know?
I don't really agree with that. Oh, and there he is.
That's the opening
That was
shot.
the opening shot.
Well,
Who recommended this movie? Did one of our subscribers recommend we watch it?
Well, it was on the list of potential romantic movies, and then
Yeah,
everybody voted for
everyone
it.
voted for it, but
So I don't know. I don't know how it
the point was to watch a happy ending before watching spooky movies. That was the opposite.
Well, we can try to find something that'll have a happy ending. But anyway, yeah, that definitely was not a happy ending for sure.
Yeah, I really don't understand. I mean, so what I liked about it, I liked the acting. I liked that the cinematography. I think it was directed well. The acting was good. I don't like the writing at all. I mean, it just makes you care about these characters and they fall in love and then she dies and it's over. What's the point of telling that story?
Yeah.
I mean, what was the point? I don't understand. Am I missing something?
I think probably at the time this was a little bit more of a novelty, a movie
Yeah.
You have a love story and then the person dies at the end and the whole movie is just about the relationship.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of breaking conventions
for the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
And now it seems a little bit like
trite.
Oh, well, that's just a
point, like yeah, because I mean, nowadays there's a lot of movies about grief and dealing with grief. But I mean, the movie's called Love Story, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like 90% of the movie was just watching these people fall in love. The main conflict was just like his father didn't approve.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really work in the conflict, but I do like the relationship. I like the two actors.
I like the two actors.
And I think there is some really bad. I mean, look, the ending's not a happy ending, but there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it doesn't leave you on a good note.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But at the same time, it's not like the death is that. It's not a very like dark death. It's kind of in some ways it's kind of interesting because I mean everyone does die and it's like it's kind of like, well, he gets to live on. She's like, I know you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be able to don't let this turn you into a sad, like she's like, I don't want you to be at my deathbed if you're going to act that way, kind of thing.
Right.
So I mean
yeah.
I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I just
it's different. It's definitely different. I mean, not every movie is going to be great, you know.
Yeah. I like the feeling of the era and the scenery shots. I like that too, Mopar. I like that too.
Yeah.
I think I just went into this with different expectations. I was expecting it to be like, you know, a feel good, happy romance. And even though there was romance, like it ended in tragedy. This is a tragedy. Like I wouldn't classify this movie as a romance. I would classify it as a tragedy because it makes you care about these characters and then it's over.
Like, I guess the title's deceptive. It's a deceptive title.
Well, whoever called this, like whoever recommended it, like
I just think that we had a list of romantic movies that we drew from, and then everybody voted for this one.
I just don't know who recommended it. Did you recommend it?
No.
Oh, somebody did.
I don't know how it became recommended, but
I thought you told me to write it down because you were like,
it was based on the comments, but everyone voted for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know who voted for it.
Well, I'm curious who voted for it, what you like about the movie, and why you wanted us to watch it. Why you think it's
how about this? We can do, since that one didn't quite work out, we can do one more romance. How about that?
No, we don't have to do, I mean,
before spooky season.
Well,
Because
spooky
it's still going to be September next week.
is it?
Yeah, we can do one more.
I thought next. Well, that's true. Well,
We'll just do
kind of, but
we'll make sure we find ones that have good endings.
I mean, October starts on Tuesday, so I don't think we're gonna do.
I think it's okay to do one more romance movie in early October. And then
No, it's okay. We can switch to spooky season, but even if it has something spooky, I'd rather it have a happy ending. I just don't like movies that are just a big downer.
Yeah.
Like life is full of tragedy. I would rather watch a movie that's like not a downer. Like there's enough things to be sad about.
It is the risk.
Oh, you voted for The Fountain. Yeah.
It is the risk you run though when you watch a lot of movies. Some of them are going to be downers.
Well, I just wish whoever recommended this. I mean, the whole point was to watch a romance, not a tragedy. So, but yeah, I am curious to see The Fountain. I'd be curious to see that. I heard that's sort of like very open to like a lot of interpretation. I heard it's very like out there and outside the box and very like surreal, right? There's a lot of surrealism in The Fountain.
Well, in that, I think she's dying also.
Oh gosh.
But I mean, movies, the history of movies.
I thought we were watching a classic romance. Like
okay, so here's the thing though. If you go back and look at the history of romantic movies, the most prolific romantic films always end with they don't end up together, or the girl dies, or the guy dies.
Well, that was the point of watching a movie that's called a romance. If it's technically a genre of romance, it should end with romance. It shouldn't end with death. That's the genre. I mean, that's. I don't know. There might be death in it, but Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy. Yes, there's romance in it, but it's an ultimately a tragedy. So, I mean, it's just a different genre than what I expected. Just because something has like for instance, just because something has tragedy in it, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a tragedy unless it ends in tragedy. The way it ends is usually how you classify and the overall genre. So I would not classify this as a romance.
Well,
just because there's romance in it.
Well, I mean, I had fun hanging out with you guys, and let's we'll try to figure out what would be good for the next poll.
Yeah, so we're gonna start spooky season next week. So I know Dr. Johnny suggested a lot of different things. So if anyone has any suggestions as far as like spooky, not necessarily horror. I don't want to watch straight up horror, but things that have a little mystery, a little suspense, a little thriller, a little supernatural, that I'm totally down for. Just not horror. So yeah, I know Mopar, you wrote a bunch of movies down.
Great. Well, if you guys could just put some in the comments or the comment section. Yeah, that would be good.
That's a good one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anybody's watching, if you have any thoughts you want to share about the film, feel free to let us know. I like the acting. I thought it was great acting. I like the cinematography. So that's what I liked about it. I guess on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd probably rate it a 3 out of 5.
I give it a 2.5.
And I mean, the reason why I wouldn't really rate it higher is, I mean, I guess, thinking about the theme or the message is what, just enjoy your life while you're living. I mean, I already, it's kind of like, no kidding.
I think the theme is love means not having to say you're sorry. I think that's the big
Yeah.
theme of the
And I
movie.
think I really just don't like
Yeah.
that theme, because a lot of times when you love somebody, it's okay it's okay to say sorry. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to apologize for those mistakes. The whole, like, love means never saying sorry, like,
Mhm.
that's just kind of dumb.
I think that,
Like,
I mean, but this is the 1960s. This is what her
mhm.
favorite music is, the Beatles.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing the Beatles would sing about, and that's the kind of,
Is that a song by the Beatles? Love means never having to say you're
I
sorry?
don't know, but it sounds like something they would say in one of their lyrics, right? So like that was, there was a whole big thing in the 60s, free love. It's, we're coming out of the 1950s. There's
Mhm.
a whole thing about like we're not going to be like we were, like couples aren't going to be religious anymore. The whole
Yeah.
movie's a big kind of movement towards
Against
what's going on
religion,
in the 60s. And
yeah.
then I'm dying, but we're not going to like mourn my death, and it's not going to ruin your life. I'm dying, too bad, but
Mhm.
doesn't mean I don't love you and we can't enjoy this time we still have, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a little like it in Constellations, when he's like, I just want a little more time with you, just 2 weeks. We can just have that two
Yeah, but
weeks
that ends on a happy note. It's not like
Well,
Constellations.
I didn't write the movie, so I can't control how they ended it.
Mm.
But you know, every now and then you're going to get a bad movie that you don't, that doesn't, it doesn't sit well with you. But you know, anyway,
I checked the poll. It seems that Moonstruck has the most votes at the moment. Yeah. So I think what happened is Love Story was winning. And then after I already created,
oh, Moonstruck won.
well, because a bunch of people voted after we already decided that it was going to be Love Story, because Love Story was winning at first.
Oh,
And then after I created and scheduled the live, a bunch of people voted for
well, I
Moonstruck.
think Moonstruck would have had the good ending that you wanted, and I think that probably would have been the good choice. But
Well, that's okay. We can watch that
I mean,
maybe in February.
we could still watch Moonstruck.
Well, yeah, we
We
can
could just schedule it.
we can watch more like romantic movies.
We could schedule it next week. It's not a big deal.
No, I want to start spooky season in October. But keep in mind, so if we decide to do a romantic movie again, and we ask for romantic suggestions, think about movies that are feel good romance movies, not that end in tragedy. Yes, we can watch Moonstruck at some point. Sure. Yeah.
Great. Well, Mopar, it was great watching it with you. And
Romantic scary movie for the Halloween season. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of if you know any romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic. Romantic films aren't my favorite films either. It's not like those are my favorite movies. So I'm actually very excited about spooky season. I love spooky season. So, but yeah, if you have an idea of a romantic scary movie, that's fine. Let us know. You can type a comment in the description. Sure, yeah. I thought you were saying you had one in mind. Okay. Yeah, so if you think of one, feel free to let us know. And Dr. Johnny wrote a bunch of suggestions. So we'll create a poll. And based on what you vote on, we'll decide on the next spooky movie that will start next week. Okay, well, anything else before we go? Oh, The Shape of Water. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen it. That was very weird. I liked it. It was weird. It's different.
I'm just looking at all the ones that that we were going to have on the poll for this one. Okay, so originally,
Okay, let's just talk about next week.
well,
I don't. We don't need to keep talking about
well,
this week. Like we already saw the movie, so.
okay, all right.
Uh, but The Shape of Water is a good suggestion. I've
Yeah.
already seen it.
Well, let's just put them in the comments, and
Here's some more. Green Room Murder Party in I can't
in Bruges.
in Bruges.
Yeah.
Boys in the Trees. Beyond the Gates. I don't know where the title starts or where the title ends. It's just like one run on.
I can sort through them. If you guys just put them in the comments, not the chat, but in the comments for this video, I'll sort through them. I'll go through them, and I think I could. Those are all great suggestions. I think I can figure out.
Curse of the Golden Flower, Gone Baby Gone. I've heard of Gone Baby Gone before. I've heard of that one.
Yeah. So as far as like spooky movies, I think Kimberly would probably like something along the lines of Fright Night. Something that's kind of funny and also a little spooky.
Yeah, comedy horror is good. Or just psychological thrillers, mystery, suspense, something that's like a little supernatural. I just don't like slasher films where all you're doing is watching people suffer and die.
Yeah, so like
what's the point of watching that?
Right, exactly. So something like Fright Night or Return of the Living Dead was a great idea. The Lost Boys is a very good idea. Anything that
I've heard of the Lost Boys.
Yeah, that would be a nice spooky movie. It's just vampires. It's kids that think they see vampires, and you're not sure, and then that kind of thing. So yeah, okay, cool. I think I have enough where I could kind of come up with some good ideas.
Hotel Transylvania. Oh, I've never heard of that. That's a cartoon. Yeah, we can add some cartoons in there. From Dusk Till Dawn. I think I've heard of that one.
From Dusk Till Dawn would probably be a little too much if I had to guess.
I am very excited to see the Wallace and Gromit kind of spooky special.
Yeah, and that'll
be fun.
We that's a good one we could throw on the list. The Curse of the Were Rabbit.
Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. That's a zombie film, right?
No, it's vampires.
Oh, well, that makes more sense then. Who likes the Twilight movies? Anybody?
We could do one of that's a romance mixed with sort of horror.
Mopar was saying romance and scary. Twilight is very romantic and spooky, but it's not. I've seen them already, and they're fun to make fun of. I feel like the Twilight movies are fun to just kind of. The last Twilight movie I saw, I remember I saw it in a theater, and I just had fun making fun of it the whole time. Oh, wow, we have an emergency alert because of the hurricane. Flash flood warnings.
It's possible that our power could go out pretty soon here. So.
Oh, Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Okay, there's a good idea. That sounds right up the alley.
Just put these in the comments, guys. I'll sort through them, and I think we have some pretty good ideas for what to make the poll. As
Above, So Below. Oh, that's another one that I've heard about.
As Above, So Below is way too much for you.
I had to look it up, but the story is pretty deep, very creepy.
Thank you, Mopar. Yeah, as Above, So Below. I don't think Kimberly could.
I think I saw a trailer for that before.
It's pretty rough, for sure.
Zombievers. That's something I've never heard of. Sounds more funny than scary. The Descent. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The Descent would be pretty rough.
Yeah, it'd be great to just see a film that I've never seen before.
I think something close to like It Follows is okay, just because it's kind of cool and atmospheric. But like something like Fright Night, I think is right in the sweet spot of Like I think Kimberly would be okay with something like a Nightmare on Elm Street, the Freddy Krueger or something, where there's
I've already seen those.
something in that realm. I think you'd be all right with that. But like when it's just sheer terror and they're just going down into hell, basically, I think that's where it probably gets a little dicey.
Well, thank you so much for the suggestions. And Mopar, thanks for watching the movie with us. And Dr. Johnny, it was nice having you share all your suggestions. If you want silly, scary movie, watch Transylvania.
Yes, that's a great idea. Or Rocky Horror Picture Show or something.
Yeah, that's that would be more fun to watch for sure. So
something in that realm.
Sounds like a good idea.
Awesome.
So we have a lot. So we'll make the poll soon, and then you guys vote, and we'll see how it goes.
Great.
But in the meantime, Mopar, if you have any other thoughts, or if you're watching this at home, you have any more thoughts about the movie tonight, feel free to comment in the description.
The Man with Two Brains.
Yeah, with two brains. Oh, wait. Is that an old film? I think that's an old film, right?
I think you guys nailed it with like the Lost Boys. I think is great, and Transylvania.
I love Steve Martin. I adore Steve Martin. So if Steve Martin's in it, that's definitely interesting to me.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Yeah, just put any more suggestions in the comment, because I can't, for some reason, I have a hard time going back through the chat.
Yeah, that sounds perfect, Dr. Johnny.
But I think I got a pretty good idea. Cool.
I'm usually the one who makes the polls, so Mopar usually has all the keeps track of all the titles.
Yeah, don't we have a Real Takes?
Yeah, sure. Well, you're welcome to email. Let me pull up the exact email just to make sure I have it. I don't want to give you the wrong one by mistake. Originally, we started when we created this channel. We created it with one email, and then we had to start all over again because somebody reported it for some reason. It was really weird. So here it is. So it's Real Takes and Movie Breaks 1122@gmail.com. So it's REEL. So just remember, real. It's easy to think it's REAL, but it's REEL, Real Takes and Movie Breaks 1122@gmail.com. So yeah, feel free to email us any list of suggestions. It sounds like you have a lot. So thank you, Dr. Johnny. I got my workout with the lists, but no worries. Mopar, you can also leave it in the comments too. Couldn't hurt to have a couple lists going. Well, it's always nice chatting with you both. This was fun.
I would like to point out real quick, I just pulled this up. So the AFI, which is the American Film Institute, made a list of the 100 greatest romantic films ever made. 100 Years, 100 Passions.
Oh, okay.
So for the top 100, number 1 is Casablanca.
I've seen that.
Number 2, Gone with the Wind.
Seen that.
Number 3, West Side Story.
Seen that.
Number 4, Roman Holiday. Number 5.
Never seen that.
Number 5, An Affair to Remember.
Don't think I've seen that one.
Number 6 is The Way We Were.
Oh, I saw that. That's a good one.
Number 7, and they don't end up together at the end of The Way We Were.
Yeah, but no one dies.
Number 7 is Dr. Zhivago. Number 8 is It's a Wonderful Life, one of the great movies of all time.
Definitely seen that one. That one's great.
Number 9 is Love Story.
Okay.
The movie we just watched.
Cool. Well,
by all metrics, it would seem that this movie is really, really great. I disagree with that placement, but I mean that's pretty, like, if you've never seen it before and you don't know like, I guess, oh wow, it must be amazing. But
2018 was a great year for unknown dark movies. Those are a little old to relate to. I recognize their masterpiece though.
Annie Hall
Yeah.
is number 11.
Oh, that's a great one.
So Love
Yeah.
Story is 2 spots above Annie Hall.
Yeah.
That's
I would
wild.
definitely say Annie Hall is a much.
That's wild. My Fair Lady, number 12.
Love My Fair Lady. That's a good one.
Singing in the Rain is 16. Moonstruck, the one that actually won our poll, is number 17. My favorite movie, Vertigo, is 18. Ghost at 19.
I love Ghost.
And he does die.
Oh, Ghost is an example of a romantic and spooky movie.
And that's okay that he dies, right? Like, it's not like.
But it's still a happy moment.
It's still happy. You can do it well, right?
Yeah.
Pretty Woman, 21. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make. Oh, When Harry Met Sally is 25.
I love When Harry Met Sally.
So somehow Love Story made it all the way to number 9. I think probably because it was groundbreaking, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I guess maybe like it subverted people's expectations by ending that way, because a lot of movies didn't necessarily end in tragedy at that time. Maybe, I don't know. Julia Roberts' hair was epic and I know. Yeah, I feel like that was Julia Roberts' big breakthrough role, was Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
She'll forever be known for that performance and that classic scene where she goes into the clothing store. So good. I remember watching that when I was younger, thinking like, I remember watching it when I was younger and not really quite understanding what a prostitute was because I was young. But I remember thinking like the romance between them was like really sweet. But I think I was too young to quite understand like what a prostitute the first time I saw that movie.
Right. It doesn't register. Titanic was number 37 on this list.
Oh.
It happened one night, which I believe was on our poll, which I wanted that to win.
Oh.
That's number 38. So this list has every single Philadelphia Story, 44.
Well, I feel like maybe in February we could do a whole month of romantic movies. That would be fun.
Reds, remember Reds? Remember that movie?
No, I never saw it.
No, we watched it. Reds.
I did.
Warren Beatty and Diane Keaton. They go to Russia. Jack Nicholson's in it.
I don't know if I remember that one. I'll never let you go, Jack.
Yeah,
I'll never let go.
Jack does die at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I was talking to someone about it's so easy to make fun of that movie because they could have alternated, like he could have served, like the way that he died is like they could have found another door that he could have floated on too, right?
I think he could have survived. Roxanne, I forgot about that one.
Oh, that one's a good one.
And I was going to suggest that one, and I totally forgot about
that. That one's a really good one. Yeah. I like Roxanne. That's another good one with Steve Martin.
The Goodbye Girl is 81. I think The Goodbye Girl is better than Love Story. Witness, that was another one that I suggested as a romance movie.
Oh, also, if you're watching this, I am going to do like kind of my own Disney segment on here for Disney fans. And he's going to do his own straight up horror. Like I'm totally down to watch like psychological thrillers, mysteries, suspense, spooky stuff. But I don't want to watch straight up horror. So he's going to do his own sort of straight up horror segment. I'm going to do my own like Disney segment.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, you have any suggestions of like Disney movies, let me know.
Yes, Arctic Fever. I've basically seen every John Hughes movie.
Also, if you have a request for which character will be reviewing the film, let me know which character you want to see because I could do them all. And I'm a trained professional, so I will stay in character.
She will.
That's just a fun little side segment. 1958, Night to Remember.
I just got a notification from Xfinity. Probably will lose our connection here soon. So just let you know that.
Well, it looks like our power might go out because of the hurricane.
But yeah, just any more ideas, guys, just put them in the comments. And yeah, John Landis is fantastic. American Werewolf in London, incredible. Yeah.
Meaning Disney princess? What do you mean, Mopar? He killed 3 people, though? Who killed 3 people?
Oh, you're talking about the Twilight Zone movie, is that right? So you're talking about the Vic Morrow death? Yeah, yeah.
John Landis skirted laws?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's you can read about it. We
Oh.
can talk about it later. But
Mopar,
sure.
what were you saying? Every Disney princess. Oh, everyone. Okay. Yeah. I could do all of them for sure. All right. Well, I guess we should bid you adieu in case our power goes out.
Yeah.
The helicopter crash and killed Vic and 2 children.
It's not a good story. It's
Okay.
definitely not. It's not a story you want to hear about right now.
All right. Well, thank you for joining our movie night, friends. And I'm looking forward to the next one. So be sure to vote in the poll and yeah, keep the good commentary
Yes, thank
coming.
you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll find the perfect poll for spooky films.
Yeah, I'm excited for spooky season. So in the meantime, stay real
and have great ticks. See you guys.